Hails and welcome to Rauta's tape reviews. Usually I don't review tapes individually anyway, because they tend to be demos or just small band releases. However, this time is an exception and for a good reason, because this particular tape was actually requested by me from the label. I was, truth to be told, assuming it's gonna be a CD or something, but tape is what we have. So let's take a look. Doesn't matter what the format is when the music is good, and that's exactly the reason why I decided to request this one. Blestemat. Blestemat? I don't know how to pronounce these names from Sweden. Not really sounding like Swedish to be told, but this is what it is. Very simple J-card design here with the Blestemat, and this is how the tape looks. Released through Silent Future Recordings, which is a sub-label of Nordvis, which you have seen on the channel very many times. So Blestemat comes from Stockholm. One EP, this is it, from 2024 and nothing much else. Why should we be stoked? Why I requested this tape in particular for review? Because, like I said, I'm not really a tape fanatic, nor really these usually get enough attention or a reason to get one. Now, this comes with a tiny bit of a twist, and of course the main twist is the music is good. What else we really need to know is that this is from Carl, who is here listed as unknown artist, but many people might know him from the band called Blood Tor, which I have previously mentioned and reviewed, and it's a good band. But maybe Blestemat could be even better, or at least very much on the same page when it comes to level of quality. So, when you look at the other versions here, it says there's digital and tape, so that's the reason. Came out already in March 2024. I requested it when it came out, but it was kind of forgotten or whatever. But arrived here later nonetheless, which is why this is here a few months later. So Blestemat Poisonous Metal. About 22 minutes of music, which means 6 tracks in total. And this is where it gets interesting. Nothing fundamentally original is happening here, but it's raw end, lo-fi, kind of a black metal coming from Sweden. And now you're expecting me to drop you some names. Well, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Think of a little bit Armageddon, think of the raw vibe from Kraft, think bands like Offermod, and you're roughly there where Blestemat is coming from. Now I'm not gonna say, like, for example, that this sounds exactly like Kraft. There are differences. Kraft is more Dark Thronish, but this is something that has somewhat similar Nordic vibe and lo-fi thing going on. Kind of a raw end, but riffs and songs as such are different. One could even make the claim there's a little bit heavy metal twist in the music, and that is by no means a negative thing, just an interesting notion that while it would be so easy to just copycat some of the bigger bands in the business, cult or otherwise, this is actually, like tackling that challenge a little bit. Meaning they're doing it, or they, him, are doing it the kind of old-fashioned way, so kind of simplistic, back to your roots, 1990s, maybe even with a twist of late 80s kind of a black metal, and that's what you got. Now, in my opinion, it's kind of a shame that this isn't coming on CD or vinyl, or who knows, maybe it is indeed coming, but as such, here at the moment, this is only a tape. Now, throughout this 22 minutes, there are no weak moments as such. I wouldn't even go as far as to say there are no highlight moments, because in my opinion, this is much more like consistent all the way through, meaning the quality stays pretty much the same. So while there are no weak moments, maybe there are no high moments as such, but very, very good quality overall throughout the whole length of the tape. So I gave this a few spins after the initial one in the spring, and I was like, man, I'm convinced. I'm looking forward, and I hope that the band is doing a full album after this one, because it has all the ingredients I'm looking for from a Swedish kind of black metal or Nordic black metal to begin with. So in my opinion, way more fascinating than a lot of those bigger bands, even though this might seem as a unknown band from some guy who plays in another band or whatever. But this is indeed why underground metal is so much more interesting than those big bands who are set in stone whatever they're doing. They might have the big budgets, they might have all the fashion clothing and who knows what. I'm looking at you, Behemoth and Dimmu Borgir and who knows what. But this is where the good kind of a black metal is residing at. You don't need any kind of weird gimmicks, just good riffs, good songwriting, and doesn't matter if it's a little bit lo-fi raw end of black metal when it's done right. So check out Blestemat, you will find links provided in the description box. Go check it out. Off.